So there's a girl that you have fallen head over heels for. All the warm, fuzzy feelings from spending time with her have added a spring to your step. Just the thought of her makes your heart skip a beat. You have tried your best to win her affection, but it has all been in vain. Feeling dejected, you've landed here today wondering when to stop pursuing a girl. The rational side of you may be telling you to pull the plug and make peace with your unrequited love, but a voice in your head keeps telling you that you could win her over if you tried just a little harder. Which of these two voices do you listen to? The hopelessly romantic one, or the one which forces you to be realistic, to ensure that you're not crossing any lines in the name of love, and choose the right voice in your head? Let's help you understand when to take a step back from this attraction and move on. The mindset behind chasing after a girl. Girls tend to keep their genuine emotions hidden. I can't help but wonder, though, what if she had wanted me to pursue her with more sincerity and I had foolishly given up, believing she wasn't interested in me? It was a message from a reader that first made us consider the idea of knowing when to give up on a girl. Yes, ladies can occasionally provide conflicting signals about whether or not they want to take things further. And there are plenty of occasions when they are not as direct as males. So how do you know when to give up on a girl and when to give it your all? It's difficult to understand women, even if you've been with them for a long time. It's especially difficult to determine whether the girl you like will like you in the future or not. It might be challenging to interpret women when they act aloof or manipulate. What happens if you don't pursue her sufficiently and she ends up liking you? Most of the time, men don't know when to back off from a female, when to give up on a relationship, or how to determine whether a girl wants to pursue you. How does one know when to stop pursuing a girl? She may be displaying signs that she wants you to leave her alone, even though you are attempting to encourage her to believe that she will realize your sincerity and fall in love. Signs that you might be genuinely ignoring them. I will tell you the signs that most of the girl display in later video. But first, let's focus here. You might even come across as a stalker that the girl would prefer to get rid of if you continue to pursue her when she isn't interested. First and foremost, you need to let go of the idea that if you pursue the lady you like, she would realize how much you care for her and return the favor. No matter how hard you try, a girl who isn't interested in you will keep running away. Too many romantic films have glorified the idea that a woman's no is equivalent to yes, leading many people to absorb the idea that it's acceptable to cross boundaries and reject a woman's agency when it comes to making her own decisions, all in the name of love. However, the modern world is a totally different one. No matter how sincere your intentions and genuine your feelings are, you need to know when to stop trying to get her so that you don't become a living nightmare for the very person you're so deeply in love with. And in turn, you also do not make your self-respect plummet. Now I'm going to tell you some major signs that every girl shows when she isn't interested, believe me or not. But I have experience in this thing, and if you want to know about my story in the comment section. 1. A girl who isn't interested will text you formally. Whenever you text her, her answers will always be to the point. You won't get a warm and friendly feeling from her messages, and at times, she may not even reply to you. It might be because she feels nothing and doesn't want to lead you on. Remember, most women are coded to give a soft no for either safety reasons or out of respect, because they expect you to be smart enough to connect the dots. So do exactly that. Connect those dots and stop talking to her. It is her way of saying that she isn't interested in you. You might keep pursuing her thinking that by doing so, she will acknowledge your gestures and fall for you. Sorry to break your dream, but such gestures will only convince her you're being somewhat of a creep. These are signs she wants you to back off. So read the obvious signs and walk away from her. 2. She is always busy. How many times has she told you that she is busy when you tried to ask her out? You try to make plans to meet up or hang out, but she always has an excuse. Even if you try to make plans according to her schedule, something comes up at the last moment. It may even make you question, is it worth chasing a girl when she never reciprocates to my advances? Her explanation may seem genuine, but you will get the feeling that you are just not important enough to her. You check her social media profiles only to see how much fun she has had at a friend's party. She may have forgotten to mention that she was busy only for you. The next time she cancels on you, just wait for her to message or call or even send a WhatsApp forward. Wait for some initiative from her and respond to that. 3. Her phone is more important to her than you are. It's time to pay attention to where you rank on this girl's priority list. She says you are her friend, but when she goes out with you, she doesn't leave her phone at all. She answers all the calls, checks every forwarded message, maybe even casually watches a few reels on her phone as if you aren't sitting in front of her at all. She doesn't give you the basic attention that even a friend deserves. If you try calling her in the evenings or after work hours, her phone would always be busy. It could be because she's giving her time to someone else who ranks much higher on her priority list. 4. You are always introduced as just a friend. Whenever the two of you go out and meet people, you are introduced as just a friend. You two may have gone on many dates, kissed. She basically sleeps over at your house every other night. But despite all that, her close friends have still not even heard about you. Despite all the happy and romantic times you two have spent together, she considers you as a friend and may never become anything more than that. In that case, be prepared to be friend-zoned for life. Initially, you might think it to be okay, but eventually you will blame her for wasting your time. When you stop talking to her, you will notice how she does not even reach out to you to make conversation or make plans. Trust me when I tell you that this is a bad sign and a good reason for you to give up on a girl. 5. You've caught her talking to other guys. You're treating her to a brunch on her birthday, and this girl can't stop staring at her phone and smiling. Someone else has all her attention, even though you took her out for a treat and got her flowers. She appreciates the effort you put in, but is not as thrilled to be spending that time with you. From her behavior, it is clear that she would rather be somewhere else with this other guy she is texting constantly. If she is clearly talking to other guys and far more interested in someone else, well, it's time to end it. Remember, these are few major signs, and there are some minor signs too. If you want to know more about how girls play with an innocent man, comment next part below.